week in the office so far. Since getting back, I've had a crap week in the office, and I'm still not really done on the paperwork. So I thought I'd video me putting all this paperwork in order, which I don't know how long that will take, and so we'll speed up. I've also got all this cable to take to the dump, or scrappy. 2 bags of it here and a bag of it over there. Yay! So I've got it so that I can read these texts to you. It's not funny. It's quite murderous. I've been informed that there might be a slight smell of burning rubber around the light switch area on Monday. So what do you think? Second day back in the office, and I get that anyway. Just typical, really. I do feel a bit, don't get me wrong, I do feel a bit bad, because I did say what, a day and a half, thinking I'd just run it in high tough or twin and earth, as you saw. Just don't want to be sinking experimental hours into it, you know what I mean. I'll ask a few guys I know their opinion. We're sorting out some funding for this. Because worst case is it needs new cable run day and a half work, and not something I'd look forward to either. Worst case scenario, how much? This was this week. Need to rewire the whole circuit, could be 3 days plus material, worst case. Now, I quoted him for a day and a half before, because that was for twin and earth, just running twin and earth through the loft. But I found since that I've recalled since that in the weeks between those two exchanges, that in fact it's in conduit, singles in conduit. And so I'm thinking, well, to put singles in conduit and replace the whole lot, that's going to be 3 days. And I didn't look back at what I'd said. Again, I'm not giving, you know, a definitive quote here. He's just saying worst case scenario. And then weeks later, I mean, it's probably 3 or 4 weeks later, he catches me off guard. He says, what's your worst case? Worst case, I thought, well, singles in conduit, the whole thing rewired. I said 3 days. I thought, well, it could take me 2 days, but I quote 3 days because, you know, it's a quote and I might go over. So worst case could be 3 days. So yeah, I could get it done in 2, but it was worst case and it was a quote for 3 days. So what was that? That was 300, 3, 4, 5, 6, 600. So you're looking at about 500 quid plus materials there. That's changed. That's doubled. I asked how much money, mate, for a re-estimate on time, not a re-estimate on time. You asked worst case, day and a half, might be pushing it for complete rewire of the circuit. Sorry. Don't know what materials would be. It depends if I replace what's there to the standard it is, which is very high, with conduit and single conductors. It's not just a length of twin and earth. Might be more cost effective to do that, as I don't know how long a fault will be to find. Can't get to the conductors as they're all in conduit. So you need to be prepared for 3 days. Sorry to bring you bad tidings, Ian. Anyway, how have you been keeping? Da-di-da-di-da. Hear me out, mate. I acknowledge your feeling, because I met him in the street then, and he says, you're a knob, I'm not talking to you. I said, why is that? He said, and then he showed me this other text where I showed him a day and a half, and then I've gone up from a day and a half to 3 days. He says, you're a knob, and you're not talking to me, and everyone thinks you're a knob. That's everyone at this place that he's talking about. Hear me out, mate. I acknowledge your feeling that I'm bullshitting. The discrepancy is against replacing what's there, i.e. with conduit, versus doing the cheapest post job using high tough cable. Oh, I said high tough and not twin and earth. I didn't give any cost for materials, as we never spec'd the job yet. Hopefully this explains it all the best. chasing out as well, chasing out, putting in down the wall, going through the about, I should say, probably 100 foot of loft with conduit, and then sorting it out down to the 3-phase board down on the first floor again. So, and then doing a certificate for it, for an electrical installation certificate. Yeah, I don't know. Do you think that's bad of me? I already said to him that I would charge him less to help him out, so £186 a day is neither here nor there, because we were going to work something out anyway. Nah, matey, you was negative from the start. We feel that you are just overpricing yourself because you don't fancy it. Oh, and you caused a lot of damage last visit. We had sewage backed up into storeroom, toolroom, because you turned off the macerator. But hey ho, eh? No skin off your nose, eh? Knob was the general opinion. I feel a bit like Ronnie Corbett sitting in his little chair, and I'm down here because try and get my face into the frame of the camera. Hope this explains all. I didn't turn off a macerator. I'm upset that you feel that way. I'm willing to rewire the circuit for you according to your budget. You keep asking worst case though. I appear to have given rough estimates for 2 different specs. If you feel strongly that I'm pulling the wool over your eyes, please think back how I was willing to come round and spend time, no charge, and was keen to help out where I could. My normal charge is £37 an hour. I've never charged you or the old gym for work I've done. It's not about the money, but my friend, there are costs. If I put back what's there, it could take 3 days. Added to which, there are problems signing off anything on anything connected to the board as it stands, because I seem to recall there are a few problems in that area too. It's a 3-phase board, and the front doesn't fit over the MCBs that are there, and I think there's bits missing out of it too. So it's not a dead cert that there's not problems there. Here too, please try and ameliorate your opinion of me, and you can easily ask another Spark for their opinion too. They might have another solution altogether. I'm not in a fight with you, big man. My track record with you shows I have not tried to rip you off, and you know others I've done work for similarly. I'm sorry about your electrical fault, but I didn't cause it. Speak to me any time. I understand we have been at cross purposes, and it's my fault for being unclear and delayed response, which I apologise for. But since we last spoke, we have had a family tragedy, and I went away last week, so I apologise if my communications have been disjointed. I'll do my best to help out any time, as long as you stop at calling me a knob, and don't proceed to cunt or something worse. All the best. So, that's what's happened so far. I'm working on some more videos. Tomorrow I'm going back into the Art Deco place with the 3 boards and starting the EICR without a quote, just going for it there, and that'll be the next sort of thing. And then possibly tonight or tomorrow I will put up, after this one, I'll put up my French video which has been recut so it doesn't show any of the house, or well, doesn't show much of the house, so for privacy reasons. And that'll go up after this, so quite soon after this. So tune into that. That's quite nice music in that. And please click subscribe. Thanks for tuning into the channel again, and I'll be with you as soon as I can again after I've got some jobs where I can get footage of the jobs. There are a couple coming up, so hopefully see you soon. Cheers.